Hello everybody and welcome back to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, where I was just going through these here. We acquired these after we finished the main campaign, and I was planning on finishing this series after that, but apparently we've got additional things to do. So this one is the closest. I've gone through them and checked, so we're going to track this one. Before we leave, we should definitely get some repairs done here. So do we want to repair this Highlander? I mean, it's pretty decent as it is. Let's think about repairing this. So this would be, if we did this, we'd get rid of the jump jets for sure. We're running single heat sinks. Yeah, that's understood. We don't really need the Gauss ammo down here. Gauss ammo does not explode, so that's reasonably fine. We should actually, in that case, we should probably move this SRM ammo down here. Now, that's 320 rounds each, so that's 640 rounds. We can ditch the 2 tons of LRM ammo, replace the LRM-20 with an SRM-6 for reasons that I expounded upon in the last episode while we were watching the credits roll. And that would be like this guy. It's not a fantastic SRM-6, but it'll do. And then we can upgrade these to medium pulse lasers, potentially. So that would be like a medium pulse laser here and here, like that. And then as far as the rest of this goes, we can put our single heat sink up here. This would be a single heat sink. We put a single heat sink like in the leg. And then I'm thinking maybe we'd put a double heat sink out over in this torso. And then we want to max this armor for sure. So that puts us at 80.4. We have a lot of weight left here. Dropping those jump jets and the LRM to SRM saves us a lot of weight. So we could put on a lot of heat sinks here. I'm thinking a double heat sink here, and then a double heat sink here, and then this would be a single heat sink. The rest of this we would fill up with single heat sinks, probably. So that would end up being something kind of like this. So that puts us at 87.4 tons. We can put an additional single heat sink out over here, or a couple of them. So that would end up being something kind of like this. And that's at 90.4, strip the armor, max the armor, 89.98. That's a little awkward. Wow, okay, 0.01. Well, it'll have to do. So that'll do for now. We'll get that going. 2.8 million C-bills on that. Now, this Atlas Battlemaster and this Battlemaster, they're all going to need repairs, and that's going to be pretty extensive. So let's see what we've got going on here. We're going to hit the Repair All button. This SRM-6 stream is lost. That's understood. We can replace it with this one. That's not a big deal. Large Pulse Laser here, we can replace that. It's a small downgrade, but that'll be fine. 4 million Z-bills down the drain. Okay. Next up is this Corsair, which they never actually penetrated the armor on. We can just simply repair that. We've got this Battlemaster here, and let's see how the repair on that guy goes. Okay, LB-10X out over here. Understood. So that's going to be replaced with, ideally, another LB-10X. That would end up being like this guy. That looks absolutely fine. And then this SRM-6 would need to be replaced. We know that our SRM-6s are slightly awkward right now. Is this in market? Hang on. Let's see what's available in the market. 3 SRM-6s, huh? Okay. Well, for the time being, we can just put in an SRM-6 stream or a regular SRM-6. They're kind of mediocre, but it'll do. So we'll put in, not this one, hang on. There we go. That one will work. So that's absolutely fine. And then we've got these 3 medium lasers here. So, I mean, medium lasers are easy enough to replace. We can put in some short burst medium lasers here, and then put in, like, this short burst medium laser. So as you can see, it's a small downgrade on the overall damage, probably due to the SRM-6 downgrade, is my guess. But overall, that'll be relatively fine. So we'll get that going, 8.8 million C-bills on that, and then we need to work on this Atlas. So this Atlas took significant damage. We'll repair all here. We were able to replace everything except this medium pulse laser. We have better medium pulse lasers, so we can actually upgrade these kind of like this. They're in the CT, so they should be reasonably well defended there. Do we have a better Gauss as well? I mean, we could do that. What do we got here? We don't have a better Gauss. That's okay. So they're going to be shooting pretty CT at this point, and that's not necessarily ideal. But there's about 3 million C-bills down the drain there. So at this point, we need to travel down to Tabayama, where our contract is. So let's head on down, and that will be absolutely fine. But before we do that, I want to go through this real quick. Commander, I've received word of a particularly dangerous conflict zone. Wedged in between Fed Suns and Draconis space, the Outworlds Alliance is a valuable tactical area for the two houses. Seems like a lot of high-risk, high-paying contracts out there. If you're looking for cash, this might be the place. Okay, so let's head on over here, and let's see what's out here. And off we go. So we've discovered a new conflict zone as well as an industrial hub. Let's take a quick look here. Industrial hub right up over here and down here and out over here. Not bad at all. And we've got a transmission, so let's see what that's like. I'm scanning the contract postings and I like what I see. An expedition here may be very lucrative. Okay, so we're just going to get 300,000 C-bills and 1,000 reputation and that's it? So it's just taking us out to this, like, end game area. Well, that's a little disappointing. So this is just an area where we can, like, grind out high reward contracts, right? So if we were to take a quick peek over, like, at Milligan's world here, we can see there's a multiple mission operation garrison duty contract. That's fine. None of this is story-based. So these are just essentially RNG contracts. In that case, I guess we'll just clean up the rest of these and call it a series. So let's check here. Where is this one? That's a long ways away. Okay. What about this one? That one's a long ways away as well. And let's see about the Rosselhog reaches. That'll be over in the Free Rosselhog Republic, of course. So we're going to need to jump up over to, like, here. And that'll be fine. So I guess we're just going to head on over to these areas, explore them, check them out, get them crossed off of the list, and then call it a series after this episode. This may be a bit of a short episode as well. We may not actually deploy. Well, it made it look like this was a story mission, but I don't think that they actually are at this point. So we're going to head up over to Kirkbach here. We're still a little out of range, so we're going to need to travel up here. This is fine. So at this point, we're basically in full-on sandbox mode, and if we were to come back to this game and play it in sandbox mode, I would look to have some mods installed, for sure. There's no doubt about that. I don't know if that's a thing that we're going to do anytime soon, but for now, I want to head up to Kirkbach, and let's just see what's here. I just want to make absolutely certain that there are not any actual high-priority missions. So we're going to find that out. Okay, so what do we got here? A revolution is brewing in the Rosselhog region, Commander. The residents there have long sought to be free from Draconis rule, and things are starting to get ugly. To make matters worse, the Lyran Commonwealth is backing Rosselhog freedom, since a new territory would create a nice buffer between them and Draconis space. So we already did this. When you have that sort of powder keg, the demand for our services will be exceptionally high. So I guess this is just a breadcrumb transmission to take us to that area to start the DLC missions. We already did them, of course. So I guess we'll just claim our 300,000 C-bills. And, yeah, that's fine. Not too much else to do there. So now I want to head out over... Probably not here. I think we're going to go to the one that was over here next. So that's out over this way. That is currently out of range, so this is the best we can do. We're, of course, losing money from all this travel, but it doesn't matter. I'm planning on ending this series after this episode at this point anyway. So that'll be fine. Okay, so we're just going to travel right on over this way. It should be absolutely A-okay. So can we get there in this? Nope. One more jump. Sounds good. Well, at least we're discovering some industrial hubs by doing this. This is an area, and the last one was an area too that we had never gone to. So these must be like... I'm thinking what this is some of these are breadcrumbs leading to DLCs, and some of them are just taking us to endgame areas. I think that's what's happening here. So that seems fine. We'll just get this. We'll get this off the list. We'll go to the last one, and maybe we'll run one mission. We'll see. So far, so good here, but yeah, we're definitely, I think, done with all of the stories here. I'm 99% sure. Commander, have you heard of the Alarian Periphery? It's a collection of nations out on the most remote regions of Lyran space. They're so far from Lyran eyes that they're practically independent nations, and with that freedom comes conflict. And with conflict comes opportunity. Indeed. So, taking a look at the star map here, we can see that's this conflict zone, which I believe is not a DLC area, but a second, endgame area. That's fine. And then down over here would be Brockway, and that's a long ways away, so we're going to have to make a lot of jumps over to it. That's fine. We've got so much money, it does not matter. I thought it was kind of funny when Commander Mason said in the ending of the campaign that we weren't fabulously wealthy yet, and I'm like, we've got 250 million C-bills. Yeah, we have 100 million right now, but we had 250 million. We've dropped a bit because we've been prioritizing salvage over C-bills, but we could absolutely change that. And also, I would like to point out that we have a ridiculous amount of assets, right? Just a crazy, ridiculous amount of assets. We can always sell stuff. But let's just make our way down here and see what's down here. The Rassalhag Republic one, that was definitely a DLC breadcrumb, right? It had to be. But the other two have just been conflict zones. And maybe this was an endgame conflict zone as well before the free Rassalhag Republic DLC. That's a possibility, actually. So we're going to continue to head down here. This is very expensive because we're paying large amounts of upkeep. Every time we do this, it's costing us almost 8 million C-bills. Every single jump. It's a little expensive. But that's okay. We're almost done. So that looks absolutely fine. And overall, I'd have to say that pretty much what I said during the credits sequence of the main campaign pretty much bears out. I think that this is the best MechWarrior game that I have played by a fairly wide margin in a lot of ways. But it's got some gaps to it, no doubt about it. I also drastically prefer the way that salvage is done in Harebrained Schemes Battletech, so there's that. Okay, let's see what this last one is. This is just another breadcrumb, which we expected. All right, Commander, it was a long journey, but it seems like there's a lot of action here. We should be able to make some good money out here. Okay, so that is absolutely fine. This is in the Taurian corridor. So at this point, we could just head on down over this direction and see what we've got in the Taurian corridor. We could run a mission here. That is a theoretical option. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do that. We could head to, Diffenbaker. That won't take very long to get there, and we can do this to fill out this episode and then call it a series. I think that's a good way to go about it. Okay, so in we come here. We shouldn't have a huge amount of difficulty with this, in theory. It's a random mission, and it should be absolutely fine. So this is a battlefield mission. This is a 4-mission operation. We don't have time in this episode to do 4 missions. So we're going to do Here Comes the Cavalry. So our target is the St. Ives Compact. Okay, and we are working for the FedComs. Mercenary activity detected in orbit. Indeed. So we're going to max out our C-bill payment, and we're going to try to make back some of the money that we spent. That'll be fine. And then we're going to be running... I think this Lance is probably fine. Probably fine. Okay, I will be back once this is done loading.
The battlefield is up ahead. Enemies will be relentless on this front, so take care not to overextend your stay here. But if you do stick around, our employers are offering a competitive combat bonus if we can continue to hold off enemy forces past our negotiated timetable. Something's wrong, Commander. There's an unrecognized dropship closing in on your position.
Okay.
It's an ambush! We're ambushing you!
Maybe
Enemy
don't tell
ship
us that.
landing at your location.
Incoming hostile mech!
New target, Hunchback.
On the commander's target. All right, Commander. I'm in place for an emergency evac. Complete the mission if you can. If not, we're ready to burn when you are.
Okay, sounds good.
Enemy reactor breach detected.
These guys are quite small.
Target acquired.
We've got nothing left on
Target
the field.
destroyed.
Damn! Your lance is superior for now.
Good job, Commander. Those mercs will think twice before trying that again. Looks like you don't need evac anymore. See you when the mission's complete.
That was
Stay
not a
sharp,
difficult...
MechWarriors. Allied
Okay.
Command reports enemy movement is projected to hit your location at any moment. Time to earn our pay.
That was not a difficult lance.
New
I
target,
really feel like they
Jägermech.
probably should have waited until we were engaged with the other mechs. That would have been the better way to go. I don't like being in this little depression here. I don't think this is good. We're gonna move up over this direction,
Copy. Commander's target
and we're
is
gonna kill
our
this
target.
Jenner as fast as we can. There we go.
Target
Excellent.
destroyed. Target
Scratch
acquired.
one Jenner.
Target
There
destroyed.
goes a harasser.
Focus the commander's target.
Incoming missile.
I just messed that mech up.
Acquired.
Shared targets identified.
Target destroyed.
Recon reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
Yeah, that's expected. But where? Aha.
Target acquired.
So that's an Igor there.
Target destroyed.
Correction, that was an Igor.
New target command.
Focus engagement on lead targets.
3 lights.
Hostiles inbound. Brace for contact, Commander.
Affirmative. Commander's target is now priority.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Well then. That was not very challenging either. Why is this a 400-ton mission?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Targets destroyed.
Okay. So that's 11 out of 21. That's an SRM-60 carrier. Noted. It's way out there, so we can't really do anything about it yet. And
New target
there's a
cataphract.
cataphract.
Coordinating on target's ID.
We can't look down far enough to actually shoot at this guy right now. There we go.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Now, I'm going after that SRM-60 carrier. I want to get rid of that. We are over halfway done with the enemies at this point.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course on your position.
I feel like this would have been a lot more threatening if the mercs had dropped in while we were engaged with another force, but okay. I see that dropship back behind us. For the moment, I'm going up over here. I want this SRM carrier gone. I do not want this to hit us in the rear arc. Come here, SRM carrier. He does not want to go into LOS. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Okay, so we're going to go up over this direction, round around here. And we're going to see about taking out this dropship that came in over here.
New target Thunderbolt.
Focus fire on commander's target.
Action.
Target acquired.
There's this
Copy.
Wolverine
Engage
right
commander's
here.
target.
Okay, we're kind of having a hard time climbing this hill right now. Okay. Wolverine's basically gone. I'm moving on.
Kill for me. Hell yeah.
Hello, Thunderbolt.
Critical kill.
Goodbye,
nice
Thunderbolt.
work, Commander.
Okay, so there's a javelin there. I'm
Incoming
more
missile.
interested in this trebuchet right now. And down he
Target
goes.
destroyed.
Okay, now it's time to turn
New
on that
target,
javelin.
Target destroyed.
I'll be honest, I don't know about the efficacy of a javelin entering melee with an Atlas. I
Additional
don't think that's a
en
good
route to
idea.
your position, Commander.
So we're pretty low right now on our armor. That's noted. But there are also only 4 enemies remaining. So that should be reasonably fine. I'm not sure where those enemies are. Ah,
Target acquired.
a partisan and an LRM-20 carrier is half of them.
Hostile, make ahead.
That's a Thunderbolt and a Victor.
Confirmed, Commander. Moving on target.
I told
Target
our
acquired.
lance mates to focus on that Victor. Ah, terrain. Rude. Okay, I'm working on this partisan for now.
Target
we go.
destroyed.
And
Target
I'm going to take out this
acquired.
LRM-20 carrier as well.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Now we can turn over here.
Come on,
Go for
this
the
target
Thunderbolt.
received.
Excellent. I'm just going to jump down here. We're going to take some leg damage probably from that. That's okay. Excellent. So that Thunderbolt is very close to going down at this point.
Target
And
acquired.
let's start firing on that Victor. He's got a sword there, so we don't want to be in melee range. Just chill here for now.
Mission complete,
And
Commander.
down he goes.
Every kill from here out is bonus pay. Stick around as long as you like, but don't get too overconfident. Enemy forces still have a sizable hold of this area. Fall back to the mark nav point when you're ready for evac.
We're fairly low on armor. I think we'll just get out of here. There's an enemy dropship coming in over there. We'll see what's in it. If it's not particularly threatening, we may fight it, but
Enemy mech in
oh,
the
it's
area.
pretty big.
Target stalker.
Stalker,
Contact.
Thunderbolt. Yeah, we're
Hostiles
out of
on
here.
radar.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go.
Incoming.
Stand by for pickup, Commander. Welcome home.
Excellent. Okay, not a bad last mission. I like it. And of course, the mercenary company goes on, right? It's not like it's over, it's just the series that's over. So we got 11 million C-bills out of that, and we reached Intel level 3 on these guys. We've not really run into that many mercenaries because we focused hard on the story missions, and they don't seem to spawn in the story missions, unless they're supposed to. So there's that. We could grab this ER large laser, and then like a medium laser short burst. That'll be absolutely fine for now, and we definitely made a sizable profit there. I like it. Blimey, Commander, we just received a mech delivery out of the blue. And not just any mech, but an FS9A, really a Firestarter? This is the original production model of the Firestarter. These things were supposed to be phased out when the Star League switched over to the FS9H model, and yet here we have one. I had to check the mech register to verify, but she's a genuine deal. In working order and everything. Bloody hell. I guess this means the rumors are true, and are we really getting involved with the bounty hunter? I've always thought the guy was nothing but an urban legend, if it's even a guy to begin with. As the stories go, no one's ever seen the bloke outside of his suit. And that suit itself is rumored to be a Star League PAL suit. Genuine power armor, nothing like the environmental cooling suits your typical MechWarrior wears. I can't even fathom what the bloke is keeping for himself if he's willing to just give away an extinct mech at the drop of a hat. Indeed. So, this would have probably been useful at the beginning of the game. It's kind of not now, but that's fine. So yeah, there we go. I think that's a good time to put an end to this series. I don't yet know what exactly is going to go into this slot. I don't think I'm immediately going to jump into MechWarrior 5 Clans. I think we'll give it a little bit of a break, and we'll go for MechWarrior 5 Clans in maybe a few months, maybe the next couple of slots coming open. We'll think about it. My understanding is that's more of a like story-based game than the kind of sandboxy game that this is, so it should go pretty quickly, in theory. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.